Revelio. 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 Revelio.
400 years.
You can't imagine how inconvenient. Revelio.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft, nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought, she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Revelio.
I was wondering when I'd see you again. A pleasure doing business with you. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Mine now, demiguise.
Revelio.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information. Agabus Filbert.
All right.
And as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to.
Very well.
I knew I could relax. We need to know how they are. Meet me here. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Revelio.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you?
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a...
Please, sir, I would like to help.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these... We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment...
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the cap. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note that might help me to identify it should I come across it?
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
Thank you for telling me.
I would love nothing more than to see him. As for Rosie's letter, should you...
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
Now to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to...
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving...
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found the note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is...
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes...
Why wouldn't Harlow extort...
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently...
Thank you, Mrs. Ray.
Mr. Bickle...
I shall do all I can to get...
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
You may have shared Mr. Bickle's fate if you had spoken out against Harlow, as he requested.
Unfortunately, I suspect you're right.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed, as a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest. I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Nettie. Like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Highwing! Go! Faster, Highwing!
Natty must be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. Footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Not gonna work.
It might.
Using that girl as bait. No one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Hey.
Revelio.
He wants them alive.
Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone. We got from here.
Did you hear that?
Huh?
Revelio.
Book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Revelio.
I'll make you wish you were back at...
Tendo. Sendo.
Oh.
Accio.
Gonna regret that.
Excelliarmus. Imperio. How can I help?
Expulsion! Make it stop!
That he must be a
Expulsion! Cynthia!
I knew
Expulsion!
I need your help.
I will not be your puppet!
Mr. Rabe? Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand.
Revelio.
Mr. Abe's wand could be in there.
I wanted somewhere in this room. I could tell.
Mr. Abe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back.
Revelio.
The girl's friend won't come look.
Mr. Abe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay. Lumos. Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Those that go to Azkaban never had a chance in the first place. Chips in the house, My plan is to have enough fun again. Come and listen. I've acquired what Muggles call a
Mine now, demiguise. Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help.
I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets and...
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
He could have been a bit clearer, or stayed a moment and answered our questions.
Centaurs can be cryptic. Grant, it is a shame how quickly he left.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave he mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Knowing our meat, he's likely studied here. Revelio. Hogsmeade, here I come. Revelio.
Pardon me?
Hello. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do? I'm Satirist at Hogwarts, and I have an... Now, it may surprise you to learn that someone of my obvious esteemed lineage would be in but I only want to help.
How magnanimous.
Oh, there's more. You see, I've been experimenting with a new beauty. A cream that will rid our glorious school of the hideous, greasy pustules plaguing our poor pubescent classmates. But I've run out of the key ingredient, Boobotubers do grow in the Forbidden Forest, however.
How on earth did you discover that Boobotuber pus clears one's skin?
One cannot rely on spells for all appearance enhancements. The errant cast, for example, could relocate one's eye. My darling and now perpetually surprised-looking neighbour discovered that on her own. I am convinced that beauty potions are the future. I suspected that if pure Boobotuber...
What precisely are Boobotubers?
Disgusting things, really. They smell...
I can try...
Marvellous. I only need a few. Our spotty classmates are counting on you, so you mustn't tarry.
Does it get any more cosy than Into the Forbidden Forest for Boobotubers. I hope it's worth the risk.
Good for you, getting all those foul goblins a-hiding. But your things will be safe with me, till they're sold. Then you'll have to make do with money. Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
This is where Saccharissa said to go. Now, where are those Boobotubers?
Revelio.
Just my luck. Oh, that smells awful. Only 4 more, thank goodness. That was a close one.
Revelio.
Rookwoods don't go down easy. Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio!
Confringo. Revelio.
Reducto. Confringo.
That should do it. I'd better get back to Saccharissa now. One less poacher in the wizarding world.
I heard something.
Accio. Sendo.
What do you have in store for me this time?
Revelio.
Confringo! Incendio! Revelio! Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Incendio! Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Ha. Confringo. Confringo. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio.
You're the one who stole our goblin help. Well, their goblin help, but then it's ours.
Apex is simply too many. Revelio. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade. Revelio. Saccharissa, I found the booba tubers you needed.
Splendid. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. May I have them?
It actually was a spot of trouble. You never mentioned I might encounter a troll. I think you should pay me more.
I suppose a higher price is less offensive than being forced to regard the hideous, greasy pustules plaguing our pubescent classmates. Thank you, and your payment, of course. Now I can begin perfecting my potion to save our poor pimply peers. Don't know who should be more grateful, I or our unsightly spotty classmates. One day the wizarding world will know my name, and you will have been a small part of it.
Oh, I do hope Mary...
Excuse me, sir. Are you all right?
Just barely. But I don't want to trouble a student with my woes.
I am indeed a...
I'm not so sure. Name's Crispin Dunn. A lovely little hamlet. Just stunning gardens just the other... Actually, before I...
You wouldn't know it by how many I've killed lately, but honestly, I'm terrified of spiders.
Lucky you. Sounds as though you've been able to overcome your fears to a degree. You may not like what I have to say next. The hamlet's overrun with the vile. I'm concerned about my customers, of course, but it's my friend Mary I worry about. I haven't heard from her.
Understandable.
I would, but I have a crippling fear of the eight-legged beasts, which I, unlike you, I don't know what to do. Can you...
Why didn't you ask the Ministry for help?
I did. Reached out to anyone who would listen. Tried Minister Spout old Spavin himself. But evidently they have their hands full with who knows what else. It seems this little hamlet has to fend for itself.
Why is it you can't conquer your fear of spiders?
When I was a small child, I was being tormented and chased by a group of local bullies and slid into the hollow of a tree to hide. Within moments, spiders were crawling over every inch of my body. Seemed I'd stuck. I couldn't move, paralysed by fear of the spiders and an equally profound fear of the wizard. I was there for what seemed hours. I can feel their legs on.
Why are there so many spiders in Arranshire all of a sudden?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen so many spiders in all of... They've trapped the entire hamlet in webs. I was lucky to escape it. Mary always has a way with these beasts. It's very
I'll try my...
Please do. They'll find Arranshire southeast of...
This must be Arranshire. I'd best keep an eye out for spiders. Incendio! They're even more aggressive than I'd expected. Stupefy! Confringo! Brilliant! Tego! Stupefy! Incendio! Stupefy! That's the last of them. Incendio!
Tell you how happy Milo's daughter was to get that watch. Hey, careful now. Wouldn't want to hurt anyone.
Revelio. Oh no, this must be Mary. Poor woman. If Mary was breeding these things in her cellar, that means there are more underground. I'll need to destroy every last spider in that cellar if this is to end. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. This is where Mary bred the spiders. They're not here now. Well, this isn't a good sign. These spiders have gone somewhere. A ladder? I'm not sure I want to know where this leads. I'd best be ready for whatever I may find down there. Expelliarmus! Incendio! Hexax. I need to find and destroy all of these before the situation gets even worse. Confringo! That's one exact destroyed. This is definitely going to find me with Revelio. Confringo. Confringo. Bombarda. Shame you're so foul. Revelio. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. I hate to think that they see me, but I don't see them. Bombarda! These eggs must be destroyed. Crucio! Imperio! Bombarda! Expelliarmus! destroy all of the execs.
Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Revelio. Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Sendo! Flipendo! Potato! Stupefy! Sendo! Depulso! Bombarda!
That's the last of the spider sacks. I suppose I know what happened to Mary Portman now. She was breeding the spiders. I hope that's the last one.
Imperio!
No, wait, that's the last one. And she's angry. I'll be having nightmares for the rest of my life after that.
Revelio!
Hogsmeade, here I come. Mr. Dunn, I have some news.
Thank Merlin. About my sweet friend Mary.
It seems poor Mary was breeding spiders in her home for profit and vastly underestimated their propensity to multiply.
Oh, Mary, what untoward scheme were you involved in? If she needed financial assistance, she could have just come to me. She didn't deserve this. Few do.
I am sorry about your friend, but you'll be relieved to know that I cleared out the spiders. It's safe to return now.
You? You cleared out the spiders? I imagine the first order of business will be to help the Hamlet
Even so, you'll want to prepare yourself. The place needs something of a clean-up.
Thank you again for all you've done.
Glad I could be of help, and I look forward to visiting your shop then.
To dearly departed Mary. What sort of thing are we looking for? Nice doing business with you.